Hi friends, I'm Rebecca and this is Body Illumination. Welcome or welcome back. This is the evening series and tonight we are going outside to do a lovely flow to release everything. I did this practice the other day. I just had one of those days that I needed to shake off my day, and I incorporated lots of yin in my practice and I felt like a new person. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So you will need both a yoga mat and you'll also need a couple of blocks. And I'd also recommend another yoga mat or a big towel or a blanket. And we're going to use those as props for some of the yin postures. Let's move right onto our hands and knees. Spread those palms nice and wide and round through the spine into a cat. And then arch and come into your cow. Keep those toes tucked under. And do that again. I want you to go back and forth into your cat and your cow. And while you're doing this, take a moment and think about what your intention is for your practice today. What do you want to cultivate in your practice? Something that you can bring off your mat, hopefully. Okay, so let's finish with the cat and cow and try to integrate your cervical spine into that. So the upper thoracic region and the cervical spine as you move through these. And then when you're ready, let's press back into downward facing dog. We're going to lunge our left leg forward between our arms and then just gaze forward. If you're familiar with your Ujjayi breath, let's breathe, inhale and exhale. Now drop the knee, untuck the toes, and sweep the arms up into the sky. Open your heart up. Then take the arms down by your hips and then reach them out the length of your mat. Let's flip the palms open, and then I want you to open through the collarbones, roll the shoulders back. Keep that opening, keep that space, and then rotate through the wrists. And take your palms back down. Cartwheel the arms into the earth, step back into a high plank, lower down into your low plank. Then reach your hands forward. You're going to lift your heart into a low cobra, Bhujangasana, really low. Lower yourself down into the earth. Then press your hands down, tuck your toes, come in high plank, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This time the right leg lifts up and comes all the way through between your arms. Lift your heart, hold this low lunge. Open through the back of the leg and breathe Ujjayi Pranayama. Now drop the knee, untuck the toes, sweep the arms back up into the sky, reach your heart up, inhale and exhale. Ujjayi, inhale, exhale. Keep opening the heart up. Stretch through the collarbones. And then let's twist again. So you're going to drop the arms down, then reach them out like a pair of wings, opening up through the collarbones, through the shoulders. Flip the palms open to find that opening. Twist in a little bit deeper, and then when you're ready, you can rotate from the wrist, but maintain that opening through the collarbones and the shoulders. Following the breath, inhale, sweep the arms up, come back into your high plank. Lower down knees, chest and chin, slither through. Again, low cobra or sphinx. Look down your nose, just opening up through the heart. Nice baby back bend. And then hover your hands if you can. Take them behind you, press your palms together into a fist and open your heart up. Feel that gate of your heart opening. Breathe, inhale and exhale. Release down into the earth. Rest your head to one side. Maybe wiggle out your hips. Let out a sigh. You can windshield wipe your legs if you'd like. And then press back up into a upward facing or cobra. You decide. Now let's drop down to our knees and prepare for saddle pose. So in saddle pose, unlike hero pose we work with our knees together, but in saddle pose, our knees open up. And you can use your blocks in this to make it a little bit more restorative. You can put it into your upper back and low back, and you can also use that extra mat or the blanket if you want to. And that's going to support you on the way down. So we're opening up through the quadriceps, through the hip flexors, and you're getting a nice subtle opening through the front side of your body into your torso region. So you're welcome to take your arms above your head in this and just completely surrender. Just give yourself permission to let go. If you're familiar with yin poses, then you may already know this, but energetically we are targeting the spleen and the stomach channels, and it's related to our earth element. So feel yourself really grounding. I love this posture just to let go and get our chi, our energy moving again. A great posture to help find clarity and soothe your mind, especially at the end of the day. If you have any back injuries or knee or ankle injuries, then please modify accordingly and just prop yourself up a little bit higher if need be. As we transition out of this, I like to take my hand behind my head to support my head as I come up. And you can roll to one side, come up, move your props away, and then come forward onto your hands and knees. Take your time. We're going to just gently stretch out the legs. So give them a little stretch, one leg and then the other. Then press back into a high plank and downward facing dog. Forward into a high plank, lower yourself all the way into the earth, rest your head down, wiggle out your hips. Let's reset the pelvis, reset the body. Let's take a moment here and breathe. And then let's extend our arms overhead. While you reach your arms long, plug the shoulders down your back, reach the right arm and the left leg, and lift your heart. then lower them down, and let's change sides. So again, long through the arm, long through the leg. Feel that nice diagonal stretch through the body, and keep the heart lifting, gazes down in towards the floor, thumb up towards the ceiling or towards the sky if you're outside. And change again. And change again. Connect with your breath. Inhale, get long, exhale, lower. Okay, press back, let's sit up. You're gonna come onto your knees, and let's take the right arm up and over our head, and then gently press the elbow down. Take the left hand behind and see if you can grab onto your fingertips, or maybe if you want to, you can grab onto a piece of clothing, or you're welcome to use a strap here. Keep opening through the heart, and let's stay here for a few breaths, opening the shoulders, Gomukhasana, cow face pose, and we're only doing the arms right now. Extend your arms out like two wings, releasing, and stretch through the collarbones as we change sides. Reaching the left arm up, add a little bit of pressure on that elbow as you rotate the arm in towards your head, and then reach the right arm up your back and see if you can grab onto your fingertips, maybe grab onto your wrist, or maybe use a strap or a piece of clothing. Keep reaching the elbows and breathing, feeling the shoulders open, the chest. Wonderful posture. Lift the heart as we start to transition out of this. You are going to slowly release the arms, sit back, and grab onto the backs of your legs for boat pose. So when you're in boat pose, you're welcome to hold onto the back of the legs or extend them. Lift the heart, squeezing the legs towards each other, inner thighs. Take rest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, let's come back into it. Reach the arms nice and long, open the heart. Stay and breathe and smile. A nice power pose, and then take rest again. Okay, transitioning from here, let's move forward onto our knees. Okay, so we're moving into another yin pose. This pose is surprisingly challenging, and it looks like a very simple pose, but the ankle yin pose, we're gonna hold this for just about 3 minutes. So keep the knees bent, and you're going to rock your weight back. Now, if you need to, you can use those yoga blocks to prop your hands on if you need to. And we're going to find that energy in the stomach, the spleen channels. Again, connecting into that earth element. It really helps with focus and balance and control. So I have my hands by my heart, and you are welcome to take your hands down towards the earth. let's begin to move out of this. Take your weight forward and then slowly stretch out one leg, tuck the toes, untuck the toes. Stay on your hands and knees and circle your hips in one direction. And then circle your hips in the other direction. Okay, now crisscross your legs underneath you. Take the soles of your feet together. Splay your knees apart. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms behind you and let's press our palms together in Anjali Mudra. Palms face together, fingertips facing up or fingertips facing down. Lifting through the heart. Gently pressing your hands in towards your spine and lifting the heart up. Now feel the energy in your spine and feel that connection into your hands. Keep pressing the spine towards the edge of your hands. Okay, now let's release this. Rotate through the wrists. Grab onto the outside edges of your feet. Now you can use your blocks here if you want. You can prop them up underneath your knees if you'd like to. And we're going to come into a wonderful yin pose, butterfly pose. Slowly start to move forward, bringing your forehead towards the earth. Find that anterior tilt in the pelvis. So if you feel like you're really rounding through the lower back, then prop yourself up onto a block. We're targeting the urinary bladder channel, and we're feeling that water element. Also the liver channel relating to the wood element. Feel that decompression in the spine and the compression in the hips. Push into the earth. Let's come up nice and slowly as we transition forward onto our hands and knees. Connect in with your breath, round through the spine and sit back. And then reach your heart forward. And again, round through the spine, bring your heart forward through your arms, lift your gaze, and round through the spine, exhaling, sitting back. And then reach your arms over to your left side. And just recline your hips back, sink deep into your hips. Connect into your Ujjayi breathing. And then if you want to, you can take your right hand into your right hip and add a little bit of gentle compression here into the hip to stretch in a little deeper. Okay, then let's change sides. Come on over to the right side. And again, you're welcome to reach that left arm around and press into the inside of that left hip. So your hip reaches into the earth, opening up through the side body. Let's reach our arms back forward. So this posture is called side supine deer. You're going to sit with your knees bent and your feet next to them and allow your legs to splay open to one side. Now you're going to drape yourself over, your torso over the blocks and the mat. So we're using this like we would a bolster. So if you have a bolster, you can prop your bolster underneath you. And then you're going to reach the top arm up and over. So if you're mirroring me, you're coming over onto your left side. Okay, if you're going with me, it would be your right side. Either way, and then you just feel that delicious opening through the side body. This posture is amazing. I stayed in this posture for about 6 minutes the other day, and I just felt so refreshed. This posture in particular works with the gallbladder meridian along the side body, and of course working with the liver to relax the chi flow through the entire body, promoting a nice balanced posture. Now, interestingly, the subtle twist in the pelvis area influences all the meridians that travel through the hips. Begin to deepen your breath as we transition from this side to the other side. So come on up slowly. Crisscross your legs in front of you. Move your bolsters and or your mat over to the other side. And then let's swing that leg around. Slowly drape yourself over your blocks and your mat. Make sure you're comfortable. If you need to, cover your blocks with your mat or a towel. And then sweep that top arm up and over your head. And you can keep twisting and turning until you find your opening and make sure that you are in a position where you're comfortable enough to stay here for a little bit. And then as you approach the posture, if you need to, take a deep breath in and let out a sigh. And then on the next inhale, hold the breath for a moment and then relax. That helps to activate the vagus nerve, which also helps to activate your parasympathetic nervous system and move into relaxation. Okay, so let's move into our final relaxation. We're going to slowly push our way up, nice and slowly. You can roll onto one side if you'd like to. Push your way all the way up to a seated posture. And then take your mat or your towel, whatever you're using, a blanket or a bolster, and you're going to prop that up right up against your hips. So your hips are on the floor, your spine is going to be on top of that mat. It's a very, very, very subtle opening. Then we're going to just take our legs over to one side for a subtle twist. And then rock them over to the other side. Open your heart in the opposite direction. Then come through to center. And you can do that a couple more times. You can go from side to side. You're welcome to stay, of course, a little bit longer on one side or the other. So just gently rocking from side to side, opening the heart, transitioning your legs from one side to the other. And then bring the soles of your feet together and use your blocks here and prop them up underneath your knees or your thighs, just for that added safety. Even if you don't feel that you need it, sometimes just that contact helps us to feel safe. And when we feel safe, we are more able to open. So even for the beginning of the posture, just put them there. And then if you want to, move them away and soften here. Just let your body feel like it's cradled and supported. Close your eyes, let your mind empty, and let your breath soften. Give yourself permission to just relax and let go. Okay, let's deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, remove your blocks, stretch open your jaw, rock your weight over to one side, and take your time. Come on up to a seated posture. Sit comfortably in Sukhasana, maybe sit on a block. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining today. Have a beautiful day. If you want to check out more of Body Illumination, check out our morning series. I'll show some links above, and check out our playlist. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell. That's really important. Otherwise, you won't be notified of the next videos that come out. And also subscribe at bodyillumination.com. Check out our newsletter and add Rebecca at bodyillumination.com to your mailbox. And it's Rebecca with a K. REBEKAH at bodyillumination.com. So add that to your mailbox and look for some exciting news from me. Have a beautiful night. Thank you and namaste.